Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'a sunnati ila yawmiddin. All praise be to Allah, the Rabb of the worlds. Blessings and peace be upon our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, upon his family, his companions, and whoever follows the sunnah till the day of judgment. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone, and welcome to Hand Speeches. In the last session of the stories of the prophets, we completed with the life of one of the most humble prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Yusuf alayhi salam, who had a very, very beautiful lineage. We discussed about a lot of interesting facts about his life and how in each part, each dream came true and they were interpreted. In today's session of the stories of the prophets, we'll be discussing the life of a very, very important prophet named Ayoub alayhi salam, also known as Job in the English language. We'll be discussing about a miraculous miracle that happened in his life. So stay tuned, and you're watching the stories of the prophets. So, as we discussed, we're going to be starting off with the life of Ayoub alayhi salam. Now, Ayoub alayhi salam has a very, very beautiful lineage, just like Yusuf alayhi salam. Sources say that Ayoub alayhi salam is one of the direct descendants of Ishaq alayhi salam, which means he's from the family of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and his wife was from the direct descendants of Lut alayhi salam. So here we can see that Ayoub alayhi salam's family is a very, very beautiful and blessed family. Not only that, Ayoub alayhi salam has been praised in the Quran so much. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed Ayoub alayhi salam so much with wealth, health, and whatever he needed. He had a lot of children. That means he had a giant family. He was very, very wealthy with a lot of agriculture produce, livestock, etc. And he was also a very, very healthy man. He was a tall and handsome man. Now, Shaitan started having this urge to, execute his plan again. So he spread this word that if Ayoub alayhi salam, before we discuss about Shaitan's plan, Ayoub alayhi salam was very, very, surrendering to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever situation came, he said that whatever situation there is, I have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as he has given me everything. So he was very, very pious and dedicated to become a surrenderer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Shaitan started spreading this, that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had taken his wealth and health away from him, Ayoub alayhi salam would stop praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala heard this and he wanted to test Ayoub alayhi salam. So Ayoub alayhi salam was tested so hard. I mean, we know that Ibrahim alayhi salam was faced with the hardest of tests, but Ayoub alayhi salam was also faced with a very, very hard test. That test was that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala slowly but surely started taking everything that he had blessed with him. Slowly but surely, one of his children kept on dying again and again and again until he had no one except him and his wife. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started taking his wealth. So he lost all his agricultural produce, he lost his livestock, and he became a poor man yet again. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also took his health. From the inside, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused, malfunctioning to his organs, all the internal organs, and also from the outside through the skin and everything. So now Ayoub alayhi salam was a poor, very, very sick man, but he still kept on thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so much. He never complained to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about any of the situation. That's why Ayoub alayhi salam was one of the most important and amazing prophets that we have ever come in the Holy Quran. Now people, they started keeping a distance away from him because if someone has a very, very bad disease and they're having a lot of side effects, then you have to keep a distance because you fear it'll be contagious and you might get it. So people started staying away until to a point that they realized that Ayyub alayhi salam should now be removed from the community, because as long as he's there, there's a fear of us also getting infected. This situation prolonged for so long, very, very long, that his own wife asked him, oh my God, how long is this going to last? Ayyub alayhi salam had become very, very upset with his own wife. He knows that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing him in one of the hardest of the tests, and his wife can't complain like this. So he told his wife angry, he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing me, you can't question like this. Inshallah, he didn't say inshallah, I'm sorry. If I get okay, I am going to whip you 100 lashes. Now that's what Ayyub alayhi salam made a promise on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he's going to whip his life 100 lashes if he got cured. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was so pleased with Ayyub alayhi salam, because even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had taken everything away from him, he was still delighted and thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah told Ayyub alayhi salam, O Ayyub, strike your foot on the ground, and then will come a spring of water for you to bathe and for you to drink. So Ayyub alayhi salam struck his foot with some water and struck his foot on the ground, and then suddenly a spring of water started gushing out. This is similar to Zamzam water, because Zamzam water does the same things that with this water did, but this is not actually Zamzam water. So when he bathed, all the exterior illness of him went slowly, started disappearing, and when he drank, he became very, very cured and became very, very healthy from the inside. So Ayyub alayhi salam, from a very, very sick man, with the miracles of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is now a very, very healthy man. Now he tells his wife, how long has Allah blessed us with goodness? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed Ayyub alayhi salam and his family with wealth, health, and whatever he wanted for 80 whole years. And this sickness of Ayyub alayhi salam prolonged only for 7 years. You can see 80 years versus 7 years, it's nowhere. And then what happened? Slowly but surely, all the offsprings of Ayyub alayhi salam began coming back. Not because they just disappeared and then came back. Ayyub alayhi salam was giving, and his wife, they both were having more children, new. And do you know something? The miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that how many ever children he had before, he had the same amount of children, but it was doubled. So if he had 13 children, now he has 26 children. Just taking as an example, we exactly don't have the exact number about how many children Ayyub alayhi salam had. So some days passed and Ayyub alayhi salam was taking a bath, and Allah sent magical, miraculous locusts made of pure gold locusts from Jannah to Ayyub alayhi salam. And seeing that Ayyub alayhi salam is such a characteristic that whatever happens to him, he gets really thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And seeing that he was very, very delighted and thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he was gathering them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Ayyub alayhi salam, O Ayyub, why are you gathering these locusts? He said, these are mercy or rahmah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I must gather them. So you can see his health was given back in a miraculous way. His wealth like this was given back in a miraculous way, and all his family was given back in a miraculous way. This is one strange but very, very amazing and pleasing incident that happened in Ayyub alayhi salam's life. And that we will conclude today's session. Inshallah, in the tomorrow session of the stories of the prophets, we will be discussing a little more about Ayyub alayhi salam and another prophet named Yunus alayhi salam, who was a complete surah dedicated for him. Until then, that's our video, fellows. If you liked our video, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell icon and leave your thoughtful comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to watch the other videos of the stories of the prophets and hand speeches, and also donate us some views and subscriptions so that we can get sponsored and give you some amazing discounts, as the ad, very, very boring ad at the starting of this video had stated. Thank you very much for watching, friends. Jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Until next time.